Okay, welcome back to Amy Reviews. I'm Fletcher, and this week we are reviewing a remake of a TV show that I love from a long time ago called The Munsters. This was written and directed by Rob Zombie, starring Sherry Moon Zombie, Jeff Daniel Phillips, Daniel Roebuck, Richard Blake, and Cassandra Peterson, if you don't know who is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This film is dire. It's really sad, and I feel like I'm going to be overly harsh with this review, but it's just, I was struggling. I was really struggling to watch this film. I was really struggling to give it reasons why it's good or why they did well with the budget they had, and it's an infinitesimal budget, I'm pretty certain, considering people think that this film was like 40 million, which is, a lot of money, but in movies it's not that much money, but apparently it was much more of a minute fraction of that as opposed to a huge amount of money. That being said, this is a film that clearly comes from a place of passion. So if you don't know, Rob Zombie is famous for having that one song in the 90s that was on The Matrix, Dragula, a really intense, heavy song that I'm pretty certain every time I put it on, I wanted to jam to. It's awesome. The music video is really bizarre and quite dark and fun with all of their kind of zombie sort of imagery and costumes and makeup. It's fun. Since then, he's made movies like House of a Thousand Corpses, and I think he did something like The Hills of Eyes or something like that. I can't remember what it is. I really liked The House of a Thousand Corpses. That was a cool film. That was a film that I was like particularly disturbed by as well, because the costume design and the lighting was like really creepy. And yeah, I thought, okay, well, he's going to do The Munsters. He's going to probably put the same love and affection into that. Seems like the money does separate the wheat from the chaff. And yeah, this is not good. This is bad. This is bad, and bad for camp and kitsch. It's not anywhere near on the same level as anything else that would like to invoke that kind of imagery. What did I like? What did I like about it? I'll tell you what, people can say whatever they want about the acting. Most of the acting I quite liked. It is camp, it is kitsch, it is very silly, but The Munsters is camp. That's what it is. It's just silly and almost theatrical because it's done in front of a live audience, or it's done with canned laughter, so it has that slow pacing of delivery of lines and the void that's supposed to be filled with canned laughter and such. But weirdly, they kind of did that in this, but there's no laughter. There's no laughter. There's just long pauses in between speaking, like as if, oh, maybe we'll do it later, but then they didn't, and it sucks. It sucks a lot. I hate it. I can't stand it. I normally hate laughter tracks, but there are certain things that I watched that had the laughter track first. That's the way I've always seen them, so it's kind of okay for me, but most of the time I loathe it. I hate it. Like Red Dwarf, love it with the laughter track. It is meant to have a laughter track, or it's meant to be performed in front of a live audience. This, nah. So to be specific, with the acting, the guy who plays Grandpa and Herman, which is Daniel Roebuck as Grandpa and Jeff Daniel Phillips as Herman, they pretty hit quite close to the mark on their characters. I mean, Daniel Roebuck is great as the Grandpa. He's just got all the mannerisms down, and he's very funny and has the same kind of cadence. Same for Jeff Daniel Phillips. Like, his Herman is fun. It's newer. He's very modernized, but really, really cool. The guy, Fred Gwynne, who played the original Herman, is kind of legendary. I mean, I remember seeing him for the first time not as Herman in, what was it? The Joe Pesci movie, My Cousin Vinny. Highly recommend that movie, starring Marissa Tomei. I think Tomei got like an award for that. It's amazing. Great movie. This, no. It's very strange. But then you get Sherry Moon Zombie, which, if you haven't gathered, is Rob Zombie's wife, which she is in nearly every one of his movies. She is Lily, which is arguably the pretty much the most important character next to Herman. And for some reason, she took a totally different angle with Lily. For me, Lily Munster, played by Yvonne DiCarlo, and Wednesday Addams, played by Christina Ricci, those two were my awakening as a child. Like that. Those are the imprint of my aspiration for a female partner since I was very young. This gothic badass girl. I love badass women, and I also love goths as well. So this kind of character is really important to me. It's a big thing. Lily Munster is basically the boss of the house. She is really assertive and authoritative, and she kicks ass. Sherry Moon Zombie doesn't do that. Her character has a quiver in her voice. She's quite timid, and she sort of floats around and doesn't really do much, I guess, or like seem like she's in control. I mean, she does make a lot of the choices in narratively and thematically, but the way her personality is portrayed is like some kind of weird broken version of Elvira. I just don't see the link there. Even so, she's cool to watch. She's not very emblematic of what Lily's character was, and it's a shame. Costume design's great. The makeup is pretty awesome. The way that it's been put up based on the budget is pretty good, but there is this thing with the lighting. It's so two-dimensional. I mean, it's literally like a couple of colors firing from very specific perpendicular angles that create this kind of stage play look. And considering we're seeing the Munsters in color now as opposed to black and white before, it just seems weird. It just seems like as if, yes, at every moment, every scene, I'm being reminded that this is a indie movie made by someone who hasn't got much money or much time. And it is a shame. It kind of constantly puts this kind of silly look on it. I didn't need it to be serious. I wanted to be fun, but the soundtrack is so unbelievably boring. It's so less than one note. Can something be less than one note? It's like a hum. It's like a weird, it's like tinnitus. It's just there, and whenever you tune into it, you're just disturbed and annoyed. I'm not happy about it. It sucks. It literally sucks any enthusiasm or joy out of any scene that's in the movie. I actually had moments where I was watching the characters and I was getting quite into them. They were really fun and sweet and enjoyable, but dead air in a film. Rubbish. The depiction of Lily by Sherry Moon is kind of discordant with how well the other actors resonate with their characters. So there's that problem that throws it off. The sound is abysmal and boring. Now, being said, that there are great cameos here. We've got like Cassandra Peterson, the great Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Anyone who loves horror knows who Elvira is. Elvira is hilarious and an amazingly devout actress to her fans. Got Sylvester McCoy. We got the Doctor here, the Seventh Doctor. Very underrated as a Doctor. Very short-lived as the Doctor as well. And he's got some of my favorite stories. So it's great to see him, and he seemed quite lively as well for his age. It was awesome. It's just really a shame. You know, we definitely got something that just doesn't make sense. It's certainly a critical miss from me. Please, just click and miss. Just click way past that. Don't even bother. I'll tell you what we could do. Let's go back in, re-edit it, get it in black and white, add a bit of canned laughter in between all those weird empty pauses, and maybe we'll have something better. Because I think that there was a lot there that could have been salvaged. There's a lot there that could have been done and made to do it justice. Until then, I'm probably going to wait and see how badly they mess up Wednesday Addams. But anyway, that's what I think. Please let me know what you thought, if you saw it, if you used to love the Munsters as a kid. Rack it in the comments, let me know. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Fletcher. Thanks for the likes. Love to the subs. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.